Hello everyone, I am but one nerd in the universe, and I would like to welcome you back to Let's Play Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness. Now, today we're going to actually get into the strategy RPG element gameplay of the game. I'm the Dimensional Gatekeeper. I will input the coordinates for your desired destination, Prince, and you will instantly be transported there. Please select where you would like to go. So we'll go to the tutorial, the only area we can select. Now, if you want, you can press triangle and you can skip the story, the cutscene, the cinematic, whatever you want to call it. I think it's nice if they give you the option to do it before having to go in and skip it while you're in it, but this is not our subsequent playthrough. This is the first time we're doing this. Show all the cutscenes, that's how it works, so let's go.
Now then, time for a little warm-up. I feel a little rusty. Ah, Prince, we've got company. How convenient.
That is convenient, almost like it was programmed.
Stray demons, huh?
Stray ghosts, really.
Allow me, Prince. You may be a little out of practice after your long slumber. Don't worry, I came prepared. Come on, pretty squad!
Little sound glitch there. Now, Luxia, what are you doing here?
Get your butts out here! Now! Oh, Prince, what do you think of this pretty squad I hired?
Well, they're
They're my
adorable.
loyal servants. They'll do anything I say.
Are you certain about that?
Are you sure about that?
And now they're all dead. And the poor one that was just dancing gets shot.
See? They're loyals.
Loyal to a fault.
Does it make sense to beat up your allies before a battle?
Well, if you beat them to the brink of death and then bring them back, they're stronger than they were before, so, you know, plot devices, it's how it makes sense.
Anyways, I think we've made those demons wait long enough already. Hey, you're right. How nice of them to be so patient.
They are rather polite to be demons.
Yeah, that's considerate of them. To show my appreciation, I'll only beat them half to death. Oh, you're so kind. If I were you, I'd beat them all the way to death. Kind? Stop that. That word gives me goosebumps. Damn it! I take it back. I'm gonna beat them all the way to death.
We're gonna kill them till they die.
He's still a kid, so quick-tempered. It looks like carrying out my plan will be a lot easier than I thought.
Is that been plotting something?
You say something. Oh, nothing at all. So, what are your orders, Prince? You do remember how to fight, right?
Well, it has been 2 years. Basics of battle. Just in case you forgot, let me explain the basics of battle. Move the cursor over the base panel and press cross to select the characters you wish to dispatch. If you want to cancel in order to dispatch a character, move the cursor over the character and press circle. For example, if you press circle here, you can cancel the action. Now, let's issue a command to a dispatched character. First, move him or her next to an enemy. And select attack. You have now assigned an action. However, the character won't attack immediately. If you want to execute the actions which you've assigned, open the menu and select either execute or end turn. In this case, let's pick execute, unless we're going against the fire type. See, the character attacked. Assign actions, triangle, execute, profit. Remember this, you'll be using it a lot. Oh, yes we will. If you assign actions to multiple characters, they will be executed in the order that you assign them. Be careful, you can't cancel actions once you've chosen to execute them. After you're done issuing commands, open the menu and end your turn. It will then be the enemy's turn. And Laharl's dead. Game's over. Thank you for watching. Oh, wait. Hold on. Why do I have to be the one to do this? I'm the next Overlord, for crying out loud. Now you can handle it. Silence. That was an example of something not to do. Only an idiot would rush straight to the enemy alone. You made me do it. Characters killed in battle, like our prince here, can be revived by paying Hell, or HL, to the Pokemon Center. If all of your dispatched characters are defeated, the game will be over. So the basic idea is to gang up on one character and beat the living daylights out of him, huh? Yeah, strength in numbers. Exactly, Prince. Remember to use your head next time. You're the one who told me to do it. Team attacks sometimes occur when allies are positioned next to attacking characters. If several characters attack the same enemy in a row, a combo will result and greater damage will be dealt. If you want to know more, press triangle and select help from the menu. Alright, so now it's actually going to let us play, using the knowledge it just taught us in the tutorial. You can see here we have 5 characters, Laharl and Etna, and our 3 Prinnies. The names for the Prinnies will always be randomized, and I actually really like these names. Ziska's alright, but I love Lambda. It reminds me of just anything with Lambda in it, but more specifically like Lambda from Blaze Blue, and I really like the name of that too. But let's go ahead and pick Laharl, and we're going to move him behind this ghost right here to select for him to attack. But we're not going to execute just yet. We're going to have Etna move next to him. Now, see, she's not adjacent to any enemy, but she has a spear equipped, meaning she has an attack range of 2 squares, so we can attack Lundi as well. Now we'll execute. And we got a combo since multiple characters attack the same enemy. So we'll go ahead and do the same with this ghost here. We'll move Ziska and Lomdi and Yvette here. I actually really like those names. I got lucky. I usually don't. Well, not that I don't usually like the random names, but I really like those. Now you see in the top left corner, chance of team attack with Etna is 40%. That means since we're standing next to Etna, there's a 40% chance that we'll do a team attack with them. This percent is higher depending on the characters being paired up, so it'll vary. And of course, everyone attacks in the order we assign them. Now see, here we go. Here's the team attack. They basically just do their standard physical attacks, but they deal a little more and they both attack. So we'll go ahead and end their turn, since we have no one else who can move or do anything. Let's go ahead and have Laharl. Probably finish him off, but if not, there's always Eddie. Okay, Laharl did finish him off. I thought he would. Alright, now here we have our stage clear screen. You see that bonus gauge moving down there? That is a gauge that will fill as you defeat enemies, but there are also other stipulations for filling the gauge as well. But we'll get to those when they come to it. We have a kill bonus of 36 hell for defeating the enemies, and we have, in our bonus gauge, we have a bonus of 30 hell for reaching the first level of the bonus gauge. No matter what you do, you'll always get the first prize on the bonus gauge. But to get the second, the third, and so forth, you have to fill the bonus gauge completely one time. So let's go ahead and go on to Battle Basics 2. More stray demons. How annoying. I wish I could just toss them. Well, why don't you? You can? I'm gonna throw you in the garbage. Lifting and throw. For our ignorant prince, let me explain the commands lift and throw. Well, Laharl can't do anything from there. Situations like this where you're too far for your attacks to reach, get someone stronger to do it for you. No? Okay. Pick up a character by selecting lift. Hey, stop it, Etna. Then select throw. I have to decide on direction and distance too. I'll throw you next to the enemy. Ugh. See? They covered a lot of ground. Now you're able to attack. You can use lift and throw on both allies and enemies. Keep in mind that only humanoid characters can use lift and throw. Monsters can't do it. By making good use of these commands, you can extend your attack range. This is very helpful in moving around on some maps, so don't forget it. There are other uses for the command besides covering ground, like holding an enemy so he/she can't move, saving injured allies from danger, etc. By the way, Prinnies will explode when they're thrown, so handle them with care. Dude, you gotta be kidding! And if you throw an enemy at an enemy, there may be other fun uses waiting to be discovered. Try experimenting. That's it. I'm gonna throw you next time. Oh, and one more thing. A character will take damage if the turn ends and he/she is still holding someone. Now, Edna actually didn't mention there, but another stipulation to lifting someone is you cannot move while you have lifted someone. So you'll have to throw them before you're able to move again. So let's go ahead and completely ignore the tutorial and not throw anybody. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, since Etna mentioned it, we'll see about throwing these Prinnies. Sorry, Ziska, you're my least favorite of the three. And just like she said, you toss a Prinnie, they explode. And they'll deal pretty decent damage. I think it's relative to their HP. I believe it deals half of their HP in damage, maybe? Not half the Prinnies, not half of the enemies, but I may be wrong on that, but I believe that's what it is. So, let's go ahead and have Wanda defend, since she's not going to be doing anything, and Yvette here as well. Actually, I'm not sure if the Prinnies are clarified to be male or female, but just based on the names, I'm going to assume Wanda and Yvette are female. So, go ahead and hit end turn. It's the same as hitting execute, but we weren't going to do anything else afterwards, so it was just quicker to hit end turn instead of having to hit execute and then end turn. Now see, the enemy can also do team attacks there. You saw the two ghosts dealt some very pathetic damage. Oh, now the Hobbit and the ghost there actually barely dealt anymore. Never mind. I thought that Hobbit was going to do some decent damage. Well, Hall is level 2, so that should mean I'll throw Mahal right here. Yes, he does have a special. At level 2, he has learned Blade Rush. Now, Blade Rush is a sword-specific skill, meaning you have to have a sword equipped for it. The character, you see the flashing yellow spot? That means the character will occupy that space at some point during the attack. The blue spaces are all the panels it affects. So Blade Rush has the character rush through the 3 blue panels, hitting everyone in its way, stopping on the yellow panel, but then they will return to their initial starting position. Some specials will have you remain at the yellow block once you're finished. Blade Rush just happens to not be one. So let's go ahead and finish this ghost off. Etna, you should be able to... Oh wait, you're already through, never mind. My mistake. Must be tired, can't do 2 actions in 1 turn. It's asking too much of you. I do like the way the Prinnies attack. Oh, we got a Prinnie level up. And another enemy team attack, which is probably going to go nothing. 2. And another enemy attack on a different enemy. Or a different ally. Now see that one. See how if you attack from the side, you'll deal more damage than from the front. And conversely, you'll deal even more damage from the back. So it's generally a better idea to attack enemies from the back if you have the option. Go ahead and get everyone set up here. I don't think it'll take all these attacks to defeat these enemies, but just in case, someone might miss. Okay, that one did take both enemies, or both attacks rather. And Laharl finished that one by himself, so that's that stage clear. The gauge was built up a little bit more that time because we had a couple more enemies, but still not far enough to raise it to complete level. Now here, we have Geo effect. This is where you'll really get into boosting the bonus gauge, as well as a bit of a complicated mechanic. Not complicated as in it's difficult to understand, but complicated as in it can get a bit strange to execute. Geo panels. Interesting. These are geographical features that are attuned to the elements of the universe. crystallization of those elements results in Geo Symbols, like the one right there. Well, that doesn't explain anything, so let me clarify a few things. Geo effects. Let me explain geo effects, a system which will heavily influence the Earth's atmosphere, battle. Take a good look at the colored panels on the area map. Notice that enemy boost plus 50% is displayed at the top of the screen? This means that when an enemy is on a blue panel, his or her attack and defense will be powered up by 50%. This is not good for you, so it's wise to get rid of this effect. You might be wondering, where does it come from in the first place? Not over there. Getting warmer. There you go. Oh, looky here. Just found an object labeled enemy boost on this blue panel. This guy's the culprit. The poor stone with no sentient feeling. We're going to accuse him of crimes. How obvious was that? This object is called a Geo Symbol. And as long as it's on a colored panel, all panels of the same color will be affected. Let's toss it somewhere. Be careful not to get hurt on those points, Laharl. The effect enemy boost is no longer on any of the blue panels, but... The Geo Symbol is now affecting the red panels. That doesn't change much. Let's just destroy it then. And the Laharl hacks the game and gets 2 turns in 1 turn. Too bad we can't do that normally. Oh, before we do that, do you see 2 displayed in the Geo Symbol status window? Remember that. Now it's time to attack. Go ahead, Prince. With pleasure. I love smashing probably extremely rare stones. The red panels are now blue. Remember the 2 in the status window? This is what it was referring to. Destroying a blue Geo Symbol would turn all panels, which are the same color as the one it was on, blue. Damage will be dealt to anyone standing on one of those panels at the time, so be sure to take that into consideration. No damage will be dealt if you destroy a blue Geo Symbol on a blue panel. No panels will change color either. You can build up your bonus gauge by changing the color of Geo panels. If you're able to use what you've learned to destroy all the Geo panels, then you will receive a panel termination bonus. All this relates to a term I used before, geo effects. That's pretty complicated. You're right, it is. It might be a good idea to start off by destroying only the harmful Geo Symbols. Nullifying all the panels is for experts who understand the concept of geo effects completely, and you're not one of them. Oh, Professor Etna, always pushing me along with your inspiring words. What'd you say? Not all Geo Symbols have negative effects. When you get the chance, you should try and take advantage of the useful ones. Lastly, press the select button to turn the Geo panel display on or off. Now, I'm not even really sure why that is included in the game. There's never really any reason to turn off the Geo panel display. I mean, you can scroll over each individual panel and see the effects on it, but it's so much easier to just see it by color. I guess if you don't like the pattern, if the pattern bothers you that much. But I happen to really like this red and blue checkered pattern, so I'm fine with that. Let's go ahead and have Laharl use his Blade Rush. Now, say, with not activating a skill yet, say if I were to move Etna here, he wouldn't be able to activate his skill when I hit activate, and he wouldn't do anything. Conversely, if I moved her here, she would also get hit by the skill. So in cases like that where your character will be moving or affecting the position of another character on the map, it may be best to go ahead and just let them do the skill, see how it plays out, and then you can move anyone to whatever position you like. So we'll go ahead and move Etna up here, take care of the Hobbit here. I guess that crown kind of looks like a ring. Ziska, Boska, Buska here, Kasuba, Lambda, I'll have you take care of Kirilich here. Some creative names, I'm just not sure how to pronounce any of them. Cylon. Alright. No team attack that time. negative, unfortunately. And that's everyone, so we'll go ahead and end our turn. And that pretty got ganged up on, and that one didn't take any damage at all. Tajilanda was the best. So let's go ahead and try to destroy one of these Geo Symbols, just to see what it will do. And the pretty was not strong enough to do so. So unfortunate. How about Yvette can't reach anything, so actually, sorry Yvette, but I need you for science. There we go. Now all the panels will be blue. And since we destroyed the panel in the back, it was set to 2 yellow, so we will change all the panels to yellow. And everyone will just take glorious heavy damage. And we destroyed that Geo Symbol. So now all the panels will be nullified, meaning nothing else can be dropped on them to affect any effects on them. And Etna's dead. Everyone's dead. Laharl's the only survivor. And we destroyed all the Geo Symbols. And our bonus gauge quite a bit. All the way up to level 5. So see, we get some nice bonuses for that. Ooh, and we got a legend class item there, a Stealing Hand. I believe flashing yellow means legend, and I think it's like a kind of like a light blue, maybe a cyan for rare, if I'm not mistaken. Starting to get a hang of things again. Okay then, are you ready to request some allies at the Dark Assembly? There you get to create characters who will become your loyal pupils. Loyal pupils. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Alright, let's go. The Dark Assembly. Welcome to the Dark Assembly. Here you can create characters as well as submit proposals. In order to submit proposals, you have to have energy known as mana. You can gain mana by defeating enemies. If you want, you can use the mana you have right now to make a new character. A cleric might be useful for healing, while a warrior or brawler might come in handy when attacking. If Prince Laharl makes the characters, they will become his loyal pupils. Manage their growth carefully. So we'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, we could use anyone for the assembly. Depending on how much mana they had, they could propose different things, but everyone but Laharl is dead, so let's go ahead and pick him. And we'll choose create new character. And we have the 3 classes of monsters we're currently able to create: a Prinny, a Spirit. I thought they were called Ghosts in the first game. Apparently these are fairies. Or no, wait. No, that's right, they're ghosts. The Spirit is like the class of enemy. Here we have brawlers, the male and female warriors. Here we have Red Skull, Green Skull, Blue Skull, and Red Mage, Green Mage, and Blue Mage. These are basically our fire, wind, and ice users for the game in their male and female varieties. And here we have the clerics. Now, for everyone else between male and female, the stats are the same, but for the clerics, they're a bit different. The female cleric's a bit more defensive, so I'm going to choose her. Now here we have their rank, the capability of the character, if you will. Good for nothing, incompetent, average, skilled, distinguished, and genius. Now, distinguished and genius will require approval, and they cost quite a bit of mana, so if they don't get approved, you're just going to lose that mana. I generally don't go for them unless I know I've got a chance of it being approved. No approval up through skilled though. And you'll see the ability bonus for genius is we get that. For genius we get to add 10 points to stats, 8 for distinguished, 6 for skilled, 3 for average, 1 for incompetent. But for the good for nothing, all we're able to create right now, we have to remove 5 points. What is the name for our cleric? Because you do have to name the characters. Later titles in the series would feature a random name option, but I don't believe this one has it, so I'm gonna name her Iris, after Iris from Atelier Iris. She's not going to be doing a lot of attacking with physical weapons. Probably going to give her a bow, so her hit and speed plays more into that. I guess it'll lower her HP and her resistance once. That's really about all we can do. See, she's best with the staff, but the clerics aren't very physically strong, so I'm probably going to give her a bow. And here we have, she has a 50% resistance to fire, 0%, she's neither weak nor resistant to wind, and she's got a 50% weakness to ice. And she's affected by all elements normally. She has no mana since she was just created. Lahar is her mentor since he was the one who created her. And she has no pupils since she was just created. And here's her skills. Heal. Restores target's HP. Level 1. Now, as you use the skill, it will level up and become more powerful. You'll be able to affect more spaces with it, stuff like that. So, it's generally good to use the skill as often as you can. Just for the fact that it will become better. So, Iris has been created. We created our first character. So let's go ahead and go over here to the... Oh, hey Prince, have you gone to the hospital? You should make sure you heal everybody after a battle. Treatment may not be free, it costs hell, but please heal us too, dude. Zombie gave you 300 hell. Well, what a nice guy. Well, he's dead, he doesn't need it. Welcome to the Netherworld Pokemon Center. Now, as you can see on the far right of everyone's name under HL or Hell, you can see what it costs to heal them. Since Etna is... Printies will always cost 1, by the way, no matter what. They will always cost 1 health, which is beneficial, but at the same time, in a way, it's actually pretty beneficial. I'm not even sure what I was going with that, but either way, since Etna's actually a pretty decently strong character and she's completely dead, she costs a decent bit to heal, but if you hit square, you can see the button down there that says heal all. It'll show you how much it takes to heal everyone, and you can just automatically do it instead of selecting separately. If we didn't have enough money, we'd have to pick and choose, but we've got plenty. And then you can see at the bottom center of the screen there, you can see HP 65, SP 15, and Deceased 1. That shows how much HP, SP, and revivals you've done at the Netherworld Hospital. Printies do not count towards the Deceased. That is what I was saying in the sense of it might be bad that they're so cheap. Like, they're so cheap, but they don't count towards the Deceased count. But once you have so much healed, you can claim prizes. Generally orbs to increase resistance and SP, or muscles to increase HP. But they also sometimes give symbols, like the symbol Lahar has on, the Imperial Seal, I believe. That will raise all your stats a little bit. But I believe that's gonna be it for right now, guys. We got through the general tutorial. We learned about the Dark Assembly. We blew up some Printies, and we'll be blowing up plenty of Printies. Don't worry. So I believe that's all for today. Until I see you guys next. Have a wonderful day.